And full marks to Ken Davey for turning that down. Not many third division clubs will turn that sort of money down. Because I said, come January, a Premiership club will come in, you know, and that proved to be right. Obviously, Blackburn came in, but every Premiership club watched Jonathan Stead, and I think a few now are wishing that they'd have come in and made a bin as well.
For himself, he had to go. He couldn't. It wasn't fair keeping Steady in the third division. He was better than that, and for Blackburn to come in a Premier League team, he had to go.
It made my decision a lot easier, knowing that the people that they've got here down at Huddersfield and the coaching staff and everybody at the club wants to be here and they want to do well for Huddersfield Town, and it wasn't a hard decision for me, because if I'd have thought that I'd have left and things had just gone haywire and everybody had gone downhill, then it'd have been a lot more difficult and I might not have gone.
In the youth team, you talk about all these big players and earning big money. You never think it's going to be one of your mates.
Steady had to go and buy a new car, didn't he, before?
I think he wanted to get one anyway, but I think it pushed him to get one.
The story I hear is he would be too embarrassed to turn up with a Vauxhall Corsica or Clio, was it? Is that right?
Yeah, it was.
You know, people said once we sold Jonathan Stead, our season would collapse. Since the sale of Jonathan Stead, we became stronger.
Well, not immediately. The next game was at home against Darlington. As Darlington took the lead with a penalty, the inevitable appeared on the scoreboard. And if that wasn't enough, Town were hit by a freak second goal.
Tony Cars then with the free kick. Held in towards Soje and Booth on the far side, and it's just been nodded in, cool as you like, by Nathan Clark. Well, it was a textbook free kick, really. Tony Cars floating it across to the far post. Andy Booth got up for it. And Nathan Clark, only his second goal of his career, giving Huddersfield the lead.
We went down to Torquay, who were in fine form as well, and we went there and Clarkey scored after about 71 minutes. We defended extremely well and we managed to win there 1-0. Look at that, Torquay go up in third and we managed to take 6 points off them.
By now, Peter Jackson had recruited striker Pavel Abbott from Preston, initially on loan. After Phil Senior's mistake, Abbott was to make an immediate impact.
Luckily again, pass pulled us out for it, so it's not too bad when you've made a mistake and you get a result. It's when you make a mistake and you lose that's the worst.
The Lincoln game it was a tough game. We knew we were going to battle. I think the manager for Lincoln, he's been a great player, so a good manager. He's taken Lincoln so far, but apparently he made some comment about Huddersfield and the manager, and it was so funny when he made the comment. Players were talking about it, and Mr. Jackson came up with he photocopied the statement he made from the papers, and he put it on everybody's kit to say that they must read it. And even before he did that, all the players were not really happy for what he said about us, and we just said, well, there's only one way to stop it, and that's go out and beat them. And obviously, first half they scored.
After that came possibly the most controversial incident of the entire season.
obviously the controversial goal by Pavel Abbott. But I still think the referee made the right decision. You know, the defender flicked it on, and Pavel went through, and full marks to Pavel Abbott when he went round him and scored. That not many strikers would have done that.
It was one of the most bizarre goals probably ever seen down here, because virtually everybody stopped. Even Pavel Abbott stopped for a time, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah. And when he went round the keeper, my first thoughts when he went over the linesman and the referee, I seriously did think that Pavel Abbott was going to be booked. And then obviously the referee overruled the linesman, which led to 3 vital points for us.
The striker thought I was going to give it back to the keeper, then I spinned him around, turned, first touch, then I just smacked it right to Pavel at the left hand side by the dugout. He had one touch, passed it down, Danny Schofield took it and chipped over the keeper.
First thing he said after that, John, I always remember that, because he sprayed the ball out, and he's never done that in his career, I told you. Sprayed the ball out, one touch by Pavel, one of the goals of the season. What does he do? He runs 40 yards. Gaff, did you see that ball? What a great ball, wasn't it? He ran 40 yards to tell me that.
I said to the manager, that's not bad, is it, for a pass for 50 yards? I said, you never did that in your time. And he just said, you joke. And it was great. It was unbelievable. Great.
Yeovil's late consolation couldn't spoil Soji's night, and the Nigerian international was to be centre stage again 4 days later as Town travelled to Oxford for his rematch with Julian Alsop.
Coming off the coach, it was just unbelievable. The fans were saying all sorts of things and everything. I just got into the changing room and said to the lads, I said, they shouldn't worry about me. I said, I'll take care of myself on the pitch so long we can do the job.
And you scored?
Yep, and well, on the pitch it was a big battle. It was a good game, good side, everything, but there's only, as I always say, there's only one way you can just keep people's mouths shut.
Making his debut at Oxford was goalkeeper Paul Rahubka, on loan from Charlton.
If you're making mistakes, you know, there's only a matter of time since till you know they bring someone else in. But I felt the games after that, I'd done well, and my confidence started to get picked up again. And when it got to the Oval game, I was really enjoying it again. So I was a bit disappointed really when they brought the other keeper in, but you know, you've got to accept it and just keep working as hard as you can.
That defeat kept Town in 4th place, but not for long. 3 points in their next game at home against Macclesfield would have pushed them up into the automatic promotion places for the first time